Okay, so we have the sentence, Jane and Leah walk to the park. So it's two people, right? So is that a subject or a predicate? Xavier? Subject. So this first one is a compound subject. Yeah. Jane and Leah, two people. They only did one thing, so this is not a compound predicate. This is a compound subject. Okay, we'll do a couple more together. Number 2, we turned on the oven and roasted the chicken. Compound subject or predicate? Everyone needs to put it in there. Put an S for compound subject or a P for compound predicate. Okay, here's the and. Is it gluing together two people or things? And that's a subject. If it's gluing together two verbs or things they're doing, then it's a predicate. Mr. Kinsler, you got to write something in. This is our test tomorrow. We're going to have to be able to tell me if it's a subject or a predicate tomorrow. So you've got to work really hard on trying to figure this out. Okay, I only have one subject, we. So can it be a compound subject? No, it cannot be. They turned on the oven and they roasted the chicken. They did two things. So that means it's a compound predicate. They did two things. I'm not going to write the answer to all of these on here. You're going to have to figure it out. Okay, number 3. She added the eggs and stirred the mixture. There's my glue word. Is there two people or things in the subject? If there is, it's a compound subject and put S. Is there two things that they did? If it is, then you put a P for compound predicate. Okay, what's my subject here? What's my subject, Heather? No, what's my subject? Who is this sentence about? She. Is it two people? No. So is it a compound subject? No. She added the eggs and stirred the mixture. So she did two things. So it's a compound predicate. All right, number 4. Number 4. Coach Will and I practice after the game. Here's the word and. There's my glue word, my coordinating conjunction. So is it about two people or things? And it's a compound subject. Put an S. If they did two things, then it's a compound predicate and put a P. Decide what it is, subject or predicate, S or P. Kinsler, you need to write something in the box. Is it a compound subject or is it a compound predicate, S or P? Now, what is my subject here? Who is this sentence about, Chase?
Coach.
That's it? Coach Will and I. That's right. This is the whole subject. Is it about one person? No, it's about two. Yes. So this is a compound subject.
Yes.
Okay, number 5. The parents and kids all played at the game. Here's my and. If it's about two people or things, if that and is in the subject, then it's compound subject. If they're doing more, the and is where it's showing me more than one thing they're doing, then that's the predicate, S or P. Okay, what's my subject here? Emma? The parents and kids. So the and is joining the subject. So this is a compound subject. Okay. All right, now the rest I'm going to read and you're going to decide. Then we'll check. 6. Alex and Beth made their beds. S for subject or P for predicate. Alex and Beth made their beds. If you're saying the answer, you may move your clip. Okay, number 7. Dad and Brian packed the car. Subject or predicate? Dad and Brian packed the car. If it's about two people or things, it's subject. If they did two things, then it's predicate. Number 8. Mom folded the clothes and put them in the basket. If it's one person, then it's not subject. If they did two things, then it's predicate. Number 9. My dad and I saw the Eiffel Tower last year. Look at the subject. If it's more than one person or thing, it is compound subject. If they did more, if the and is joining together two things they did, it's a compound predicate. Number 10. The team practiced and played a game. The team practiced and played a game. The team practiced and played a game. Number 11. Tim made a sandwich and cut it in half. Tim made a sandwich and cut it in half. Subject or predicate? Number 12. I drew a picture and painted it. Remember, if it's only about one person, it's not subject. If it's more than one person, that means we have a compound subject. Miss Sydney, you really need to pay attention, honey, instead of worrying about how you're drawing your S's and your P's. Number 13. The girls and the boys had a contest. If it has more than one person or thing in the beginning, if the and is in the subject, it's a compound subject. You put S. If the and is in the predicate, where it means two things are happening, then it's a compound predicate. Number 14. The teacher graded and recorded the test scores. The teacher graded and recorded the test scores. Compound subject or compound predicate? Number 15. The swim team dives and swims in the pool. The swim team dives and swims in the pool. The swim team dives and swims in the pool. If they're doing two things, it's a predicate. If it's two people joined together with and, it's a subject. 16. My class wrote and sang the new song. My class wrote and sang the new song. Number 17. The movie was long and boring. The movie was long and boring. The movie was long and boring. Number 18. The baker and I decided on a cake. The baker and I decided on a cake. The baker and I decided on a cake. Number 19. The flowers and the grass were growing quickly. The flowers and the grass were growing quickly. Number 20. Danny ate a sandwich and a pickle. Danny ate a sandwich and a pickle. Okay, get out your red pen. Sydney, you get out a different colored marker. Alex and Beth made their bed. And tells me two people, Alex and Beth. So that is a subject. Mark it wrong if you got it wrong. Two people. Okay, number 7. Dad and Brian. There's my and. It's gluing two people together. That's a subject. Okay, silent cheers. Silent cheers. Mom folded the clothes and put them in the basket. There's my and. Mom is only one person, but she did two things. She folded the clothes and she put them in the basket. So predicate. Number 9. My dad and I saw the Eiffel Tower last year. My dad and I, 2 people. So that is a subject. Number 10, the team practiced and played a game. Practice and play. They're doing 2 things. So that's predicate. Only one person there. Number 11. Tim made a sandwich and cut it in half. Tim's only one person, but he did 2 things. He made a sandwich and he cut it in half. There's my glue word. Yes. Predicate. Yes. Okay, silent cheer. 12. I drew a picture and painted it. I is one person, so it's not subject. They did 2 things, drew and painted. So that is predicate. Number 13, the girls and the boys had a contest. There's my glue word, the girls and the boys. So it's in the subject, telling me 2 groups of people. And is gluing 2 subjects together. So that's subject. Number 14, the teacher, that's one person, but she graded and recorded the test score. She did 2 things. So that's a predicate. Predicates are doing. 2 predicates. Number 15, the swim team dives and swims in the pool. Well, the swim team is only one, but they dive and they swim in the pool. So 2 things, predicate. They did 2 things, predicate. Number 16, my class wrote and sang the new song. They did 2 things, that's a predicate. When we're doing 2 things, that's a predicate. The movie is one thing. It was long and boring. So 2 things. It was long and boring. That's predicate. The baker and I decided on a cake. There's my glue word that glues together baker and I. Those are 2 subjects. Who the sentence is about. The flowers and the grass. Those are 2 things that the sentence is about. So that is a subject, compound subject. And number 20, Danny ate a sandwich and a pickle. So Danny's my subject, only one, but he ate a sandwich and he ate a pickle. So that is predicate. All right, you may put these in your black folder.